Hi everybody, I'm Jack Jinseki, and joining me today is Alice Hargreaves.
Hi there.
So Alice, what kind of content do you like to make?
So, right now, I really enjoy playing a lot of retro games along with things that are in the Metroidvania genre.
Nice.
But hopefully, in a couple weeks, once paychecks for my new job start funneling in, I'm wanting to try and dive into the roleplay video and ASMR side of things,
Oh,
along with other forms of content creation, because I want to try and find not really much of a niche, but see where a lot of my passions and things I enjoy from other creators feel for me to make. I'm even looking into making song covers.
wow. So what kind of song covers do you want to make?
Right now, I've got a few songs that I've been listening to and really enjoying from a few creators. One of them is a Vocaloid song that definitely has been on way too many of my own streams at the beginning.
Nice. So what made you want to be a VTuber?
So, a couple years back, I think I've been streaming for almost 4 years now. So a few years ago, I got really into the shoujo craze and watching a lot of Fruit specifically. Just because, I mean, I like foreign girls anyways. Fruit's a very cute British girl, and I love her voice. Like, I could drown in it. But seeing how much fun she was having and seeing people like Zentreya come up into the forefront, someone that's not even using their own voice for their content, they're using an AI to help speak for them and everything, along with even seeing people like Iron Mouse and her being an extremely disabled woman was really inspiring because it's all these girls that have different ticks about them, different little bits that they are entertaining others, making people smile, laugh, create content and everything, even just around them, that inspires so much. And I wanted to try and do that myself because I realized that overall there's not a lot of amazing things out there. Life's kind of bleak, but it's what we make of it that makes everything better. And I wanted to try and get into content creation in one way or another, and it came to streaming being the easiest to access. That was such a big pull for me.
Hey, it's like the old quote, be the change you want to see in the world.
Exactly. Because I'm pretty disabled myself. I have an extremely messed up spine. I've got a super weak heart and lungs, and I got a very bad leg. But I'm wanting to try and not let those things get to me and stop me from wanting to do something to try and make others feel better because that's the thing that I've always wanted to experience. And even if I haven't gotten to experience it yet, that isn't stopping me from wanting to be that for others.
So what was the process for creating your character?
So for me, I had a friend that I'm not friends with anymore, sadly due to my own mistakes, but I've been working on myself due to them. But he helped me a lot. He was a really big inspiration to a lot of things that I did, and he saw me as like a dragon, a little bit possessive over the ones that are around me, but I treasure them in a way that's like you can tell that there's care for them. And I was really into Alice in Wonderland at the time, especially because it was near the beginning of my transition to being a trans woman. And we thought of mixing dragons with Alice. And that's what led towards my original design, which was then iterated upon and iterated upon. Though now I am re-debuting into a Phoenix, but it's still keeping all of those like major parts, the colors and everything of that original design made by him that I still hold dear. I've got it on my computer still because it's a great memory to go look back at and smile over. And for the new design, it's that feeling of just wanting to be the best version of myself and grow and spread my wings to see what freedom is from how other people might view me and create the content that I truly think that I need to create.
So do you do a lot of collaboration with other VTubers?
I haven't yet. I used to a while back, and I've done some recently,
Hmm.
but I haven't gotten to do as much as I would love to because there's a lot of creators out there that I've become at least mutuals with and chat with a bit in their own streams or even on Twitter and now Blue Sky that
Hmm.
I would love to be able to sit down with and play things with and have a good time. Like maybe, you know, oh gosh, what was this? Lockdown Protocol,
Hmm.
Duck Duck Goose is another really good game, Terraria,
Yeah.
Minecraft, all those kinds of things.
Ah, cool. So, who is your favorite VTuber and why?
It might just be fruit. Though, when it comes to what they do, I think Iron Mouse is slowly beating her out nowadays,
Hmm.
just because I see everything that Iron Mouse is doing is so overtly inspirational.
Mm,
But I still love what Fruit's doing. I love a lot of the things that she's tried to do, and she's still trying to keep a smile and be happy and positive for other people to latch onto, and it's just beautiful.
absolutely. So, what are your goals for your channel?
Right now, my big goal for my channel is I feel like the same one that a lot of YouTubers have, but I'm wanting to at least grow to the point where I can focus completely full time on making content, streaming, and doing those kinds of things. Because I found, especially in this past month, focusing on it heavily, so much passion that I didn't even realize that I had at first.
Hmm.
And I'm wanting to pursue that passion more and more and try and even get people to look at a lot of older games that I held as a child very dearly, and now as an adult I'm looking back at and seeing what stories those games were telling and realizing how I felt about them as a kid without truly understanding it, and I want to show that to people and maybe garner that same feeling in others.
Hmm. So, it's your ideal stream. Who are you inviting? And it can be anyone.
My ideal stream right now, I've got this really good friend, Hitsuji.
Hmm.
He's another VTuber. I've collabed with him a couple times, and he's been extremely positive, especially during some dark times I've had. I think my ideal stream right now is to play games with him and do a little, like, I've been really wanting to do Terraria with him recently,
Hmm.
just because I've seen him getting into it, playing with a few of his friends, and it's been really heartwarming. And it's one of my favorite games to play whenever I'm like wanting just a good time that doesn't take a lot out of my own brain.
Yeah. So, uh, what advice would you give to someone who wants to be an entertainer?
I think it would be to pursue the things that you enjoy. In my case, I really enjoy listening to a lot of covers. I really enjoy listening to ASMR,
Hmm.
be it just, like hand sounds, mouth sounds, like, not chewing or anything, but like popping,
Yeah.
right? That kind of stuff, like the gentle kind of drifting noises, or even roleplay videos like this one creator that I follow. They're called Plushy,
Hmm.
and they do a lot of female for female or female for trans or female for all, like girlfriend type of stuff.
Hmm.
Because yeah, I know, cringe girlfriend experience, but it's that
Ah.
heartwarming feeling that a lot of us don't really get all the time, or even if you're in a relationship. While it does sound a little bit controversial, sometimes you might not get everything you're needing. Listening to that type of stuff makes it feel a little bit better, even if you truly are happy. You get that little bit of spice that you might have not experienced. And for me, I'm just not or that very well. What's the word? I'd say, yeah, I guess just experience with someone that's gentle. I've always dated crackheads in my own experiences, and I've never had someone that's more laid back. So a lot of those videos that she does are nice. It's just rambly, just a soft girl, and it's enjoyable.
To me, it's just an innocent bit of wish fulfillment.
That too.
Yeah.
I love that type of stuff, and people do deserve to have those little wishes of theirs fulfilled because it just gives a little bit of warmth to that day, to that week, to that month. Something to look forward to and enjoy and be happy over.
Hmm. So, what was the first anime you ever watched, and what drew you to it?
Tenchi Muyo.
Hmm.
Well, I guess it was either Tenchi Muyo or it was Cowboy Bebop. All right, because I remember my family was really into a lot of those old '90s animes when I was a kid. I remember going into the den and sitting next to my mom and petting her big Maine Coon cat Ryoga. I mean, big cat, right? And I looked at this TV and I genuinely can't remember if it was Cowboy Bebop or Tenchi because those two shows are a lot of the things that I watched when I was younger at that
Yeah.
age. And Cowboy Bebop, I when I started understanding it, I wanted to see more of Spike because I genuinely loved how calm and collected he was. No matter what the situation was, he had an idea of how to deal with it. He was able to conquer those moments, and I found that to be so freaking cool as a kid. And with Tenchi, it was just seeing Tenchi be adventurous and experiencing all of these different alien women coming to the world and going, I like you, and then fighting amongst each other and trying to survive. Because it wasn't harem in what we know nowadays of, oh, these girls are crazy, but like they're not destructive. No, they were destructive. Extremely so. They destroyed his house multiple times. And I just thought, wow, that I would love to experience and live through that. Like as a kid, I was that down bad because I was like, this is just fun. Sometimes you just get abducted into an alien spaceship that was created by the little cat rabbit that this alien brought along. But I mean, at least you're not bored.
I remember when I was young, Tenchi Muyo was part of the Toonami block on Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
I revisited that series recently. I gotta say, from the original series, was Tenchi Muyo Ryooki, I think it was.
Yeah, Ryoki. Oh, I
Oh,
love the
I
tablets.
I love Ryoko. She was my
Ryoko's so
favorite.
good. Same.
I may have had a small crush on her.
I had
Uh,
a massive crush on her as a kid. I had a little pillow that my mother gave me that had a Ryoko cover on it, and I always cuddled up to that thing when I was young.
so, what's the next anime you want to watch?
I've been wanting to watch Don to Don
Mm-hmm.
because I'm really big into the occult. I love cryptids and everything and all that type of stuff because it's so interesting seeing different regions of the world, what they believe in, their supernatural creatures and everything, weird experiences, alien stories, all that type of stuff. And Don to Don, from what I've seen from friends, has such an interesting mix to it that gives me that Shin Megami Tensei feel,
Mm-hmm.
like mainline SMT,
Mm.
but without the bleakness. And that's so interesting.
Hmm.
And I want to see it because I kind of want to chase whatever they're doing because it just kind of looks fun.
Cool. So, I'm gonna catch some grief about how I pronounce this word because everybody pronounces it differently. If you could go to an anime convention tomorrow, whom would you cosplay as?
What word? Hold on, what word? Because that was pronounced normally.
I have heard people get very upset if you say cosplay instead of cosplay.
Are they okay?
I don't know. Some people they're very anal about it. I don't know why.
Listen, if any of you are listening into here at the moment, I respect your energy, but go talk to a doctor for a little bit. Just find a nice shrink. They'll help you. But if I were to cosplay as someone, it's either going to be Richter Belmont,
Mhm.
Alex from Lunar Silver Star Story when
Mhm.
he's in his Dragon Master armor, or
Mhm.
Galleon from Lunar Silver Star Story in the Dark Emperor robes.
Hmm.
Because I really like my retro games. I love Richter more than anything because he's the goofiest character I've ever witnessed. In his original game, Rondo of Blood, there is a path you go to where there's just a little cutscene with him with an electric guitar. The game's set in the 1700s. Where did he get it? Dracula, did you create this? Or are you the reason why rock and roll exists? I don't know, but he's so goofy and he has a bandana. And I just really like Galleon and Alex because I love romance. And Alex's entire story is chasing after Galleon after a certain point to save the woman he loves. I know. Oh my god, a spoiler for a game that came out in the 80s. It used to be on Sega Genesis. Everyone watching is going to be so angry. And Galleon is just a cool villain. I loved his voice actor. I love everything that character does. And between the first and the second game, he is a menace to everyone. And I strive for his level of just petty spite.
So, what do you look for in a video game?
Oh man, that's a loaded question for me because I have played so many games of so many different genres without much of any care as to specific things I enjoy because I play a lot of things based on recommendations.
Hmm.
That at this point, I just kind of want to see if there's a cute girl in it. If there is, sure, I'll play it. Is the main character cool? Sure, I'll play it. Is it a JRPG that's turn-based? Oh yeah, I'll play it instantly. Why not? That definitely got me into the Neptunia series, and I haven't regretted it, but wow, that game is a game. Well, that series is a series.
Nice. So, what games are you looking forward to?
Oh, I am really looking forward to right now Monster Hunter Wilds because I'm a big Monster Hunter fan.
Mm-hmm.
Monster Hunter has been something massive in my life since 2012 with 3 Ultimate.
Mm-hmm.
I am looking forward to. Let me pull up my Steam wish list because there's another one. Because there's this game that is based on a Terraria mod that I really like. That I'm looking forward to. Second Stellar.
Mm-hmm.
It's a action roguelike that was based on the mod that this creator made for Terraria. That it's still, to be announced, so who knows when it'll come out.
Mm.
But that's exciting. I'm really excited for uh, this rhythm game called Urbano that I played the demo of. That I wish I was actually able to afford to be part of the Kickstarter for it. Would have loved to get my design in that game. Would have been very funny. And even like Light Survival looks super fun with friends.
Mm. So, this is what I call the section with the non sequitur questions. So, which do you prefer, Elvis or the Beatles?
Elvis.
You're on a boat with friends. What artist are you listening to?
So you know the Katamari Damacy playlist, or sorry, soundtrack?
Oh yes.
Katamari music, 100%. I'm sorry, but if I'm reeling in a bass, I really just want to hear the Katamari theme.
I discovered a fantastic Japanese band called Kirinji through one of those playlists, and I love that band. So I owe my love of that band to Katamari. Uh, so,
Good.
what is your favorite movie genre?
It's between romance and action.
Hmm. So, has a movie ever made you cry?
This is going to sound really silly. The first Pokemon movie when I was a kid was the movie that made me cry.
Oh, are you kidding me? Like with, Ash turn to stone and
Just dying in front of Pikachu.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that made me sob. I was
I'm
crying and shouting in the
that scene made an entire generation of kids cry. Uh,
It's such a good scene.
oh boy. Uh, your friends just dropped in to play video games. What are you playing?
Like what game I'm already playing and they want to do something.
No, no. What game would you play with them? I should say.
I'd probably play Fortnite would be something fun to do. Let me think. I've got a lot of friends that now play EverQuest that I love playing it with.
Mm-hmm.
And probably Warframe.
So, chess or poker?
That's a hard one because I'm decent at both.
Hmm.
I'd probably say chess because if I'm playing poker, it has to be in real life because I have an insane poker face.
I never understood the purpose of online poker. The whole purpose of the game is to read the room. How can you do that if you're online? I don't get it.
Yeah. Whereas with chess, if you're playing, you could be online and outplay someone just because you know the board better the moment they make their move.
So, do you prefer a home cooked meal or a restaurant?
I'd say a home cooked meal because the very few good restaurant meals that I've had, I could have made better for cheaper. And to me, that also feels a little bit unfair towards the restaurants because I haven't been able to afford to go to like big restaurants that I would love to go to that might be able to outcook me.
On the other side, you're hungry, and the only place to eat is a gas station. What are you getting?
See, the jokester in me wants to say gas station sushi. Oh no, our gas station sushi's been laced with a roofie.
I hate to break it to you, but a lot of people have made the sushi joke.
I'm so upset with them, but realistically, I'd probably get like $20 worth of beef jerky. I've
It's
done it before.
yeah. It's funny. I used to ask people if you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go? Everybody always says Japan. So I say you're hungry and the only place to go is a gas station. What are you getting? Everyone's saying sushi, so I may have to change out that one. No.
I mean, to be fair, Japan is an interesting place to go. But
Oh,
part of me kind of wants to go to France.
have you been to Japan before?
I have not been to Japan, but I have had enough friends go to Japan where I don't really feel the FOMO for it anymore because I know that someone else is going to go there, and I can just wire them like $1,000 and say, "Hey, just go here, get me some things." I don't need to go to Japan to get things from Shibuya. I don't care anymore.
You're at the mall. What do you make a beeline for?
The anime store. I've done it every single time I've went there so that I can look at the figurines and pray that I find anything for Atelier. It hasn't been successful so far, but a girl can dream. Past that, maybe Hot Topic because I like getting some goth girl clothes.
Of course.
Maybe a Squishmallow store, but I've just had a lot of weird experiences at Squishmallow stores now.
I feel like there's a story behind that.
It's a story, but it's not one I can really talk with in a polite company.
Ah.
It's just every single time. I don't even know why it's managers. They're all just perverts.
Huh.
Why the Squishmallow store?
I I don't know.
I need to start talking to girls that like Squishmallows because I have to ask them some very weird questions.
So, what is the funniest prank you ever pulled?
Funniest prank I've ever pulled? So, It was one year at a elementary school, and a few of us really hated our gym teacher,
Oh God.
and we had access to a lot of oil,
Uh
but it
oh.
wasn't the super shiny oil. It was the super slick stuff that you can't tell is on the floor. And we knew that he was in his office. And so one of the kids put that oil in front of that door and trailed it forward towards where the door was. And we had that door opened. And past that led towards the hallway towards one of the restrooms. And we sent that poor man straight into the bathroom. He landed on his ass like I think halfway through was shouting, "Someone please help me," because he couldn't stand. And it was so mean. That man was an ass though to everyone, but it was so funny to see like the abject terror on this man's face while a bunch of 8-year-olds and 9-year-olds are laughing and pointing at him.
I feel like I'm getting like a Home Alone vibes over here.
Hmm.
All that's missing is like the Christmas ornaments on the ground.
I just wish we could have tarred and feathered him, honestly.
So, you find $20 in the street. What do you buy with it?
Magic the Gathering card packs. I've got to hit it big, all right? Maybe if I open up this pack, I'll pull something that I can turn around and sell to the local card store and then have more money. This gambling addiction can't go wrong, I promise.
So have you played that card shop simulator game yet?
I've thought about picking it up, but I realized that I'm going to go bankrupt if I do. I'm just going to keep opening packs saying, but what if we pull something good?
So, which is your favorite holiday and why?
I like Thanksgiving. I think the concept of past whatever what America has done. I'll say, can you see? Uh, I like the concept of togetherness, be it with family, friends, loved ones, etc., and celebrating that we're all here. I like that idea of unity because it's not really to me tainted in the same way that like Halloween and Christmas is, where it's become very money oriented, like buy gifts, buy candy, all of this type of stuff.
Hmm.
Be super extravagant. Thanksgiving is just about we're here together.
Hmm.
And it's something I feel like a lot of us don't have anymore. And it's not really thought about because moment Thanksgiving or sorry, Halloween is over, we're all screaming about Christmas and the day that we're all supposed to get together around a table and celebrate that we know each other, we're happy around each other, being happy that our family is still here, our friendships are still here.
Hmm.
Just kind of gets lost in the sauce of Christmas.
Yeah. I do find that Thanksgiving is a much lower pressure holiday than Christmas.
Yeah, everyone's more excited about Christmas because, well, we've got to always make sure we get the best gifts for everyone. Always have to make sure that we can set up so that the entire family can always be there. Right after a month where we have to make sure that the food is good for the family that's going to be there, the friends that'll be there.
Hmm. So, do you have any superstitions?
I follow with the superstition that if you sneeze, it's because someone's talking about you. And whenever I sneeze, I have an automatic response of immediately looking around and muttering, "Who's talking about me?" I also throw salt over my shoulder if I like if I drop a little bit of salt or something while I'm cooking. I then grab that salt and just chuck it over my shoulder for the like that superstition of salt over the shoulder to cleanse yourself of bad vibes or bad spirits and everything.
Hmm.
Now, have I accidentally salted people doing that? Yes, I've salted people. I've salted cats. I've salted the window. One day I was not in a good mood. I chucked the salt behind me violently, and my friend was walking by, hit him straight in the face, and he went, "Hey, hey, Alice." I slowly turned around. I saw the salt covering his head because he just got back from the gym. "Why are you like this?" I didn't have an answer. He thought it was funny, though.
What is this salt?
Hmm.
uh, so what's the latest you ever stayed at a party?
3 days.
Oof.
Uh, it was a pretty long party. We were doing Magic the Gathering and a bunch of other stuff. I was supposed to leave after the first day, but I ended up passing out mid game. Next day rolled around. We got everyone food. I went, screw it. I have no, responsibilities. Like I can miss 2 days of school. So I stayed that next day, had a blast. Thought I should probably go home. Passed out while playing Halo. Then the next gay came by. Stayed the night because we are like, you know what? I've already messed up twice. I don't trust myself that think that I should go home. I'll go home in the morning, and I did go home in the morning.
Wow. Three days is a long one.
Oh yeah, no, no. My friend's wife was not happy I was there that long. My friend was very happy about it.
Do you ever get lost while going home?
No, but that's because I use Uber right now. If I got lost going home with Uber, I feel like there would be problems.
Yeah, it's like where is the driver taking me? uh, do you collect anything?
Right now, I am working on collecting one of every single Atelier Sophie figure that's been made.
Hmm.
Is this an expensive process? Oh, yeah. Each of those figurines are 1/7 size, and they cost from 170 USD to 400 USD, and there's like, I think, 15 right now.
Wow.
My wallet is not happy about it, but I am.
And finally, what smell reminds you of home?
The ocean. I live near the ocean with my family, and we went out there a lot to go and buy shrimp and everything from the local anglers, fish, or even just go fishing ourselves. And it's something that I remember very fondly, especially with my grandpa.
Mm-hmm. Well, so that's all I have for this evening. Thank you very much for joining me for this interview. It was very nice. Uh, and if anyone watching wants to check out Alice Hargreaves, you can find her on uh, X, or you can find her on Twitch. Be sure to check that out because she does Castlevania and retro games. I watched a stream earlier today and it was a lot of fun. Uh, Sorry, yesterday. Like it matters. Uh, so, thank you once again for joining me, and have a great evening, everybody.
Have a wonderful day, everyone.